How's your shoulder?
Kind of hurts.
Oh.
I don't know
Where's he
why.
going?
I got just jostled hard fast. kinda.
Yeah.
And it was my doing because I think I was trying not to
You're trying to
fall.
move away.
I was trying not to fall.
Elvis, come here, sweetheart. Where are you going?
The kids that are sitting in front.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what about Leo? Shouldn't we get a seat for Leo? It's been a really long time.
Is this where the
You know what I
kids
mean?
are sitting?
I just don't think like you've done
This
it.
is where.
No.
I know it
Okay.
might
No, it's
hurt,
just
but
at
you haven't
night.
done it.
You guys want to eat?
No, it's okay.
Yeah, okay, good.
Should we have Leo?
Where's
Not
Leo
now,
gonna
but
sit? Or the
I
kids
think
gonna
it's
sit in
his
the
friend
He
at
sits-
night.
Oh, that's true. I don't know where the kids sit.
The big guys said they sit wherever they want.
Oh, then we'll save a place for him. We could scoot all one down and he
Yeah.
can sit right here.
Scoot down one
Where's Elby gonna sit?
more. Elvis, what do you want on the floor?
Middle aisle.
He thinks that's what you made it for him.
Come here, baby. Come.
Save it for Leo.
Oh, that
I
is
need
better.
to sit down.
I know, it feels nice and cool in
There's a
here.
party tonight with all of the eager beavers.
I know. Grab some water.
That sounds fun. I'm gonna
I know.
take a listen before bed.
Want to get that?
Buddy,
I mean, it's
where
fine.
you going?
Did the person that
Yeah,
invented
then
the
it'll
AC
start falling.
actually ever get a Nobel?
What?
He's gonna sit right there.
The person who
Oh, that's
invented
your
the
Guys.
AC?
There's dessert if you guys want.
Oh!
Oh!
But
What-
wait, we
what
should
dessert?
save our spot.
What is it?
I don't
Cake.
want any.
No, I don't want any.
From a grocery store.
You guys are boring.
Is there ice to come with you?
If you guys want cake,
Is there ice?
I'll cook.
Yeah, you.
No ice cream.
Okay, let's get
Do we
cake.
need a like this?
Come on,
Well, I mean, whoever doesn't want cake can pull down the floor.
Yeah, put
Wait,
some-
Bobby,
I want to bring that.
are you sure you don't want cake?
I don't.
Oh,
like
No,
it.
not
Full.
you, Bobby. I don't believe you, but
Carrie, is it cheesecake? Is it cheesecake?
Would you mind
I don't know
bringing
what
me
sort of
water?
cake it is. We'll see.
No, it's flat, just regular
Sure.
water. Is this where the play
It's
was?
like
Yeah.
we're 90 years old and we had to get our air conditioning seats.
Really?
No, but that's what I was trying to say before. Did the person who invented AC actually
Do
get
you
a
know we
Nobel
are the
Prize?
little old people now officially?
Well, it's
This-
ruining the planet.
This
It
is
is not
making
actually.
us little old
It's
people.
cooling it.
Inside.
In spaces.
We are officially little old people. We get to a show early, find our seats. We'll be getting our car keys out 20 minutes before
And
we get
leave
to the
10
car.
minutes before the thing
Yeah.
is over.
Yeah, and we leave.
This I
Oh,
never
dear.
understood. When
Leaving her-
people like, when they're still playing the last notes, they leave. I mean,
That'll be
It is,
rude.
it's disrespectful
It's-
to
I
the
agree.
performers.
It
yeah.
is
It's
disrespectful.
insulting.
And that's why I sometimes love it when then performers do an encore. You know, people have already left and they're like, okay, I'll do one more piece. And that's usually then the best.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like, Bernard, you know.
They missed
Yeah,
out.
I love encores. And a lot of times it's their own, like they've written their own, so you get sometimes original work with encores as well. Sometimes.
This little stage reminds me of the stage at St. Monica's. To school there.
Oh, yeah.
It was a little.
school, Mercer Island High School, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I went to Seattle Prep for a while, and then I eventually went to Mercer Island, I think mid-sophomore year, and that's what I met
Why did you
Carrie.
switch?
It seems like you've always been there, yeah.
Because I got bored, kinda, it was so small, like, I had a choice in the academics, and it was a long commute. Mercer Island, and I had to go in a carpool in the morning, and then I had to take the bus, like Metro, 2 different buses after school.
Was it because your parents wanted you to
So-
go to school?
I just wanted to because everyone I knew was going to either, you know, Blanchett,
Yeah.
Craft, Williams,
Right.
Gorse Bridge, you know, that's where they all
Claire
went.
Williams, first.
Yeah.
And the rest is history.
Rest is history, and I had so much fun when I met your sister. I remember, like, Carrie has, like, sometimes she's
I
like,
will be,
she acts like she's afraid to do
Yeah.
something, and then she's like, I don't know, and then you're like, she's like,
I'll
she'll
bother
do
you,
it, and
yeah.
you just go, do it, and she'll just do it, she'll do
Fine.
anything,
Right.
almost, I was like, oh my god, she's so courageous to do
Who?
Carrie, like, In high school.
Modern Warfare 4 looks like
I'm gonna
play
one time,
Mostly because I really like Modern Warfare games. I mean, did you play the Modern Warfare 2019
spend the
campaign?
night.
Yeah, it was good.
No, I
Dude,
wasn't
that's
spending
like-
the
that's
night, but
like
she, here I am like.
Up there with like Modern Warfare 3.
But it's like 8 hours.
What was the house?
I'd rather it be longer personally.
No, I don't. I'm not saying this.
Hill.
I'm saying it's bad.
On the east side.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I went
I
there
spent
and I was like,
multiple days on it.
and I was supposed to be home by midnight, you know?
Were our
Yeah.
parents there?
Yeah, but.
I remember, I
We
think
were
for
already
like Pokemon
asleep.
Sword or Shield, I don't know, I got in front
So
of
Carrie calls
Conquer and
my
I
dad.
beat it in like a day, it was 6
And
hours.
says, yeah, Kim, is it okay if Kim
No,
spends
I
the
got-
night
I just got
here?
super
And I couldn't
turned
even
up.
hear her, I was too sick to even talk to my dad, and she totally handled
It's
it.
just not
And he
restful.
said,
She was like, yeah.
I
she's
did
just-
start
she's
playing
not
it a
really
little bit,
mom,
like,
we're
I don't know, I didn't put too much time into it, I was
And so he was like, okay with it, and he never quizzed
so
me
turned up.
the next day,
my
and he
God.
always quizzed me.
Oh no,
Everything,
See,
everything.
see,
forgot to
but
claim my
this is always
insurance.
the
That's
difficult
cool.
part when
I
you,
lost all
you
my
did
good
as a
stuff.
teenager, and then you have kids that
I
do
know.
nonsense, and
Miss
it's,
we leave it.
you have to be home at 12, like,
Yeah.
and then you like, you know, last night we had to get Dawn to come home because at 3:30 he's.
It was so long. Where in the hell are you, what are you doing?
Well, no, he sent a message to like, is it okay if I stay with Liam, his friend? And of course it was at 1 a.m. and of course we didn't.
You were
reply.
already asleep.
And then he was in Park Slope,
Who's that?
that's in
Not
Brooklyn.
here.
Like all the way over in Brooklyn, so.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Did he
That's
know
a
you knew
long
where he was?
time.
And
Yeah.
then he was just crying.
Do the
No.
subways run all night? Or they stop
Like,
at
it's just like-
No,
Oh, that's cool.
he then took an Uber, I mean, taking the
Oh,
subway takes
yeah.
an hour,
Yeah.
and at night, if you take an
It's a
Uber,
little
it takes
sketch.
25 minutes,
Yeah.
30 minutes. Like,
It's
everything in New York is actually really close. It's just, that it's usually so much
Maybe
traffic.
traffic, construction.
It really
So
You're gonna bring
it's,
back.
I know.
Yeah, he just needed a little jetpack.
It'd be fun.
Up in the air.
yeah, but what he wanted is, for whatever reason, wanted to stay overnight at Liam's, I don't know, if he was just doing nonsense or smoking
Or
or
his parents are gone.
his parents were gone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's usually the reason.
And Liam is like, you know, he's a funny
Freewheeling.
kid, but I think he's like,
Yeah.
he's trouble, so he
Yeah.
clearly talked Dom into it. Come on, don't go home, it's more fun,
Yeah.
you can watch stuff and whatever, and then he's like, okay, then.
Is there a password for the board?
Yeah, there is, but they don't give it out.
Oh, you don't
Like,
know.
like the head, like the assistant head of school would type it in
For you.
for you because they
Is
don't
yours
want.
already converted?
No, because it always changes.
They don't want hackers.
Cause there's no.
No, they don't want the kids,
Yeah, that too, yeah.
because here the kids cannot use their phones.
Every day?
Yeah, well, there is like a, for the students, there's a Wi-Fi network,
Oh, okay.
but that shuts off at 8 or so.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I like it.
I know what she said, it was,
Yeah, actually, like, it was annoying that when you go to sleep.
Because there's,
Jeez, it's just crazy.
What if they need to do homework?
pottery.
No, like, what if they were writing their researching?
Well, they have their library at hours, right? Is that
Yeah.
shut down at 8 or? It's amazing, the
so,
library.
or,
Yeah,
or
it
maybe
was
it's at 10 when the Wi-Fi shuts down.
It was right before I came to see at bedtime.
That's great.
Yeah.
So you have to like go after dinner and do your work, 'cause otherwise, right? Is that why the?
Then you gotta get organized. Gotta plan ahead. It's hard at this age, right? It's so fun to see just bleed.
Here we go. Take your seat.
You like Pembroke or just seniors?
Oh, are we in the seniors? No.
Well, because
We're senior family.
I know we're seniors.
But.
Oh,
we
are
are
the boys
seniors.
supposed to
Hi.
be?
Frozen
We're
is
like,
on
I
the
asked,
day
the
of-
guy said we
Hi,
should-
Cole.
Oh,
How are
hi.
you?
Good, how are you?
Same.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the boys in the front row, right?
Yeah,
How many are there?
then Leo's gonna sit together.
Oh my god, I have so much time. I have to keep your hat here so you don't move. It's great. He's never coming back. He's going to get the milk. and he's never-
No, we witnessed, we know he's sitting there. Yeah.
Oh no, I get this. Get that.
Are you gonna do wrestling again next year?
Yeah. Not getting pink cups again.
Oh no, did you get a concussion?
Yeah, I went to Dr. Regional. They did.
Steve, are you staying with your mom or not?
He got slapped really hard.
Oh,
jeez.
Are you staying with your
Do you
mom?
feel?
I don't remember, do I?
No, this person is there. I'm not allowed to sit in the
There
front
goes your
row.
Nobel
Why
Prize,
not?
yeah.
Guys, you're supposed to sit, I'm not allowed to.
Yeah, but this is my
Wait,
fake
what did you
graduation, so.
Okay.
Uh,
I didn't ask.
So I'm gonna go sit in the very back.
She's not gonna like that.
Wait, did it take away or that?
Mr. Langdon,
You're gonna get told
can you clarify me? You have a Bible. You have a Bible. Can you bless me, please? So I don't have to go to committee. I don't know. I might have to go to committee. So can you bless me? Yeah. Can you bless me to make sure I don't like?
So you don't burn up?
So Sailor is
Father, the
also
Son,
like
and the
a
Holy
very
Ghost.
good actor. Like he's acted in, he was the doctor in the,
Oh, yeah, in the clip?
yeah, and
Legally.
yeah. And
Legally.
what were you in the short stories?
I was the Shelley Capone.
Yeah,
I was on the chair.
yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then I was Lesperance or just Lance. They shortened it to Lance because, you know. And then I was Mission Control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy the theater?
Yeah.
I always find it fascinating how
Oh.
much you guys actually can remember.
I know, is that hard, all that
There's
memorization?
a lot of
Yeah, how do you remember a lot?
Well, you kind of like say it a bunch of times and then you know what to say.
Do you write it and say it, and then
No,
you
you just say, I don't know, you remember it. It's like a pattern.
Which is actually, I mean, when we were in high school, we would also like learn all those poems by heart and all this stuff. So I think it's
I
like,
can't memorize anything anymore. Stuff is just
Well, maybe like you're not doing it repetitively.
Yeah.
You're just
It's a muscle.
doing it once. You have to repeat it over and over again. If you just say something once or do something once, it's not really.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you do have to chunk it, like,
Yeah.
that helps you.
And when you're
remember
older,
too.
you're less connected.
Yeah.
To,
I used to use flashcards,
Yeah.
but not even then.
but you can't just do it in one day.
No,
Yeah.
exactly.
Right, it has to be over time.
How long does it take you to memorize lines for
Well, it depends on the person.
you personally?
Well,
Hayes is here?
me personally, I don't really remember. I just remember doing it and then maybe.
You talk so much to you.
Yourself or say it out loud, or do you just?
I actually we were supposed to really do it by ourselves.
Yeah, where's Hayes? I need to grab
Because it was easy enough to just do it.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Yo, hey.
You did it quietly when nobody was.
No, I only did it during class. Went by hi, how are you?
Do you remember like
For graduation it is, but
like names?
we're not gonna take the whole room.
I'm not.
We're not gonna take the whole room.
I should, but like,
Just one.
I probably would have if
Well,
I.
we could have done it, I don't know.
Wait, Leo wasn't choosing person.
that was like, that's the thing, you know, I mean, you're crazy person.
Wasn't really acting.
The Hummels.
That is the secret. Either he's becoming a character.
Can
I
I,
like
go
dancing
away?
and
Should we
like
go
when I was
here?
watching.
You want me to finish my
Yeah, but like in his room and he
Jay Bird?
walked like in on like trying to learn to count it.
The Hummels are
Yeah, there's no one in the room. I just thought he was Ray was here. You're like, what's going on? And he's like, sorry, I was just practicing. And I'm like, what?
Broadway.
Broadway.
You might have just got it. No, we can't have a
really want to stay with that. I was gonna burn it.
What else am I gonna do with it? Doesn't make any sense. How would you want it? Yeah, with all the seniors and deans. Oh wow, okay. Slandering your
Let me just Alright, where could I go?
Hey.
Originally, there was a small red velvet cake, but it disappeared. I mean, honestly, I can have a good dessert tomorrow. Red velvet. Never buttercream. What's it called? Cream. I'd like to have some partners.
Just pure butter. That'd be good for
What, JJ?
Well, that's
You did what to it?
It's hard to get through. It's true. We're allowed to of a yellow hair. My belt is way too big, so I need it to be actually. I'd say belt.
I don't have any money.
You think it does matter?
Yeah.
We need to.
Yo, are we really talking about Switch? Yes! Yes!
Next time.
Only if the first one was
You would wrestle it off. I think he might have outdone me on his hair. He's still in the show here.
I was like, I'm taking no chances. I'm looking spiffy for Leo. Look spiffy. And say soft. What is it?
I mean, maybe I should. To be honest, I did it.
Anyway, he like, I saw it. He was just surprised. I hate to tell you though, Ryan.
Jay, I'm sorry.
Gotta sit behind my best friend. When you're next to when you're next to them, you're in the sharks. Okay, they're usually so it usually takes them 2 hours to fly. And also, alpha gal syndrome. If you do find one that has bitten, it's only like a small course of antibiotics, usually 70.
I thought you just like rip them out. Like if you do
No. No, you need to use tweezers.
What's your Discord username?
No, that is so.
No.
Like, I
No,
know.
listen.
So I ripped it off and then
If your head is
but then
so you
you
need to
rip
use
the head off and I'm just
Great for it.
you like the little
Can I not be a sap? She also said that it's gonna be another like 4 years. You're going off to college. Yeah, okay.
How many do we have? 10:87. Jack Burton in front of us. Where is
So you have a big window. If you find one, I thought I was thinking and it was not. I went I had like 5 years. You want to be here? They were all on like my back. They were like they stay they go on the grass. They're not that.
Like go out. Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, hello. Sure. First announcement. Has anybody found a light blue cell phone?
Dana
Light-
left to get my teddy bear.
Oh, there you go. Look at that. So I kind of feel like we just end the evening there, Dana. Because Sammy Stroud and I already came up to me at Cookout. He said, "Squirrel, just so you know, Nick's game starts at 8:30." So, Sammy, I don't know if we're gonna make it for the start of the game, but it's nice and air conditioned in here. So sit back, relax. Friends, family, gentlemen of Woodhall, my colleagues, welcome to the spring term awards ceremony. I'm so glad that you're all here to celebrate the gentlemen of Woodhall. We have a end of term ceremony in the fall and the winter. We're just not all usually here. So it is such a pleasure to have you here. At this ceremony, we recognize the boys and their accomplishments and their engagement in all 4 pillars of life at the Woodhall School: academics, arts and athletics, the communications program, and residential life. Those are the 4 pillars. We take a holistic approach. So academics are not more important than athletics, more important than residential life. The communications program, however, is what ties everything together here at the Woodhall School, helping each young man develop the skills of self-reflection and self-expression with accountability. Because in 20 years, nobody's going to ask these boys what their SAT scores are, but they're going to want to know and see who they are as human beings. And that's what the Woodhall journey is about. So I'm so glad you're here. Without further ado, I want to invite my colleagues, Mr. Funsock, Dean of School, and Mr. Starrett, Dean of Studies, to present the academic awards for the spring term. Thank you.
Okay. So I'm going to give the Arts Award first. This is the Art Achievement Award, and it's actually art and theater, because this one's from theater. This student voluntarily took on more scene work, and he created 3 fully memorized, fleshed out characters in 3 different genres of theater: a tyrannical AI entity in a science fiction drama, a frustrated customer at the DMV in a comedic farce, and a concerned best friend in contemporary drama. The award goes to Ryan Gray Russin. The Art Engagement Award goes to a student who was a great participant in art throughout the year, but especially this term. He was enthusiastic about every project and even would try during study hall to go and work on his art when he was done. The award goes to Jules and Gilles Homan. The English Achievement Award goes to a student who did an outstanding job writing a final paper that incorporated peer-reviewed articles with his own thoughts. It was emotionally moving and thoughtful treatment of the trauma faced by migrants crossing borders. The award goes to Edwin Ryland Sanders. For engagement in English, this student was always prepared and read the book with an eye for detail. He continuously showed up with a positive attitude and led many fruitful discussions. The award goes to Grayson Everett Berkey. And it was interesting because I got nominations for him from both teachers, so that was really cool that he was dominating in both ways. So he was diligent, thoughtful, and did great work in 2 classes. The award goes to William Hutchison Lawson. For engagement in social sciences, this student consistently showed up to class ready to participate and leaned into class activities and discussions, making the class better for everyone. His enthusiasm for the subject made a huge impact on the class. The award goes to Leo William Simmons. In world languages achievements, this student demonstrated great growth throughout the year, and especially this term in Latin. His strong effort paid off on his improved abilities in the classroom, and he is becoming a classical scholar. The award goes to Harrison Lloyd Wexler. And engagement in world languages. This student was consistently motivated and engaged. He was the sole student in his class and took that as an opportunity to grow and learn. He was unable to hide, but he brought so much fun to the Spanish class. The award goes to Reeve Deering-Means.
All these awards actually are nominated by the respective department teachers, and Math and Science awards are nominated by Math and Science teachers. So I'll start with the achievement in science. This young man is a dedicated student who is always ready and willing to seek extra assignments to keep himself challenged, striving to achieve excellence. In addition, he shares a positive relationship with his classmates and teachers. It is my pleasure to present the award for science achievement to Jules Andy Gilly Hall. And the engagement in science, this sophomore from White Plain, New York, in Dr. Belton's environmental science class, has been consistent in completing his homework throughout the year, even during the periods of absences, without any prompting from Dr. Belton. In addition, Dr. Belton notes that his positive attitude and active engagement in class have helped foster a productive learning environment. I am pleased to present the award for engagement in science to Zachary Robert Michael. And next is the award for achievement in math. This student from Western Spring, Illinois, has demonstrated a consistent academic performance across all subjects throughout the term and has excelled in geometry class. Mr. Ng has noted that he has been meticulous about showing his work, completing most of challenging problems throughout the term. And here's my advice, actually. I'm pleased to present the award for achievement in mathematics to Grayson Everett Perkins. And finally, the award for engagement in mathematics. This student has pushed himself to complete challenging problem in Mr. Ng's geometry class throughout the term, actually, and demonstrating both intellectual curiosity and diligence. He completed all of his homework on time, actively and productively participated in class discussions, have been very active in class. I'm pleased to present the award for engagement in mathematics to Ryan Gray Russell.
Now I'm going to give the the awards for overall academic achievement and overall academic engagement. I do not know the hometown people. I can look it up.
Probably would go over well.
So this student had both an outstanding term and a fantastic academic year at Woodhull. He was diligent in his studies, excited to work with each teacher, and learn more, and willingly helped other students. And as my advisee, the award goes to Jules and Gilles Bowman. And for overall academic engagement, and I guess I just want to say one quick thing about engagements. This is the first school I've been to that has an engagement grade, and yet I think it is so important because how you show up in a class affects not just you but everybody else, and so I'm grateful for all the students because I know when you were engaged, it helped everybody. So this student was consistently excited about what he was learning and leaned into his classes this term. I even had many discussions with him outside of class about stuff he was learning in class. He was so excited. He excelled academically and had consistently high engagement scores. This award goes to Edwin Ryland Sanders.
Overall academic progress, the progress that made during this term. And this young man had a strong start of the year actually, and however during the winter term, for some reason his engagement declined both in community and overall, but fortunately he rebounded strongly in the spring term, accepting feedback, seeking help when needed. As a result, his homework completion and class engagement improved significantly across the board in all subjects. And it's my pleasure to present the overall academic progress award to Sailor Van Everson.
Senor, ven acá, por favor. That's all I got. Talking about residential life, and I wanted to invite Senor Booth to come up and talk about residential life and invite the dorm parents, and I'll look for the awards.
I was wondering why you had so many. Did you find your glasses yet, though?
Yeah.
Yes, in a moment I will welcome the dorm parents. I would love to just take a moment to just acknowledge the fact that here at Woodhull it is very unique in the way that our residential life engages. You're talking to other schools and hearing how they run their dorms works for them, but for us it's very hands-on. Our dorm parents, they're running activities, taking activities, but they're spending time with the boys. They really get to know the boys, and that translates to all areas of the community. So without our dorm parents working long days and being present, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. So as they come up, I would encourage a very hearty round of applause. So if the dorm parents can please come up here.
Anyway, this reward goes to a student who has always been a positive member of the community in French Hall, but his work this term deserves special recognition. He stepped up his game and commitments as if it wasn't enough last term. Okay, I see you there. Perhaps receiving student leadership has something to do with this, because he has been really proving for us that the choice was right. He constantly shows up for his fellow Frenchmen. I do have some doubts after a comment I received yesterday after signing his yearbook, which was, and I quote, "I promise to get into the dorm log notes at least 3 times next year." This award goes to Grayson Everett Burke.
I love the Frenchmen and everybody else on the other side of the school, Tower is where all the action happens. I won't get into specifics because I don't need to be sued, but we've had a great year in Tower, and so this award will actually go to somebody who was sort of a source of calm in amidst the chaos. The dorm parents could always rely on him to meet his commitments, to be where he was supposed to be, and was always there for kids who needed a safe space to just to be able to orient themselves and be around a trusted individual. So it's very easy. It was a very easy pick for the dorm parents to award the Tower Citizenship Award to Lucas George Drecker.
Once again, thank you to the dorm parents for all the work that you do. It's been a great year. So.
So, Ms. Stolsky, if you want to come up and talk about clubs and other things here at Woodward Hall Schools.
Award for clubs. So just so everyone knows how clubs work, sort of towards the beginning of the school year, adult mentors kind of think about an interest or a passion that they have and one that they would want to share and help to kind of invigorate in the students. And then they offer those clubs. Students kind of hear a pitch about it. Sometimes they might sample one or two for a little while, but then they do participate in that club every Friday for the duration of the year. And so this is the Outstanding Participation Award. Goes to a student who's really enthusiastic, supportive, helpful, accomplishes a lot. There's a lot of different reasons that students might receive this award. So we will be calling up the clubs individually, and the adult mentors will be presenting the awards. So first, we have Artworks with Mrs. Ball.
Okay, well, in Artworks this year, we ventured down many different creative paths. There were personal brands, we were in fashion, we went through all sorts of spray painting techniques, decorated some skateboard decks. But the student who's receiving our club award this term always arrived in the studio ready to work. He brought his own creative interests in origami and photography, and always was looking to build on his own skills, but also really generous in engaging with his fellow clubmates to show them what he was doing, if they wanted to try it, to show them how his processes work. So this, for these reasons, it's my pleasure to present this award to Leo William Simmons.
The Gardening Club with Mr. Kavakis and Ms. Walker. And we'll tell you about
Alright, so I hope you all had a chance to check out the greenhouse in the area around the greenhouse, because the boys have really been working on that space. And Mr. Kavakis has been putting so much of his own time into making that place just incredible and beautiful. And a lot of students engage with him actually outside of club time to go and help him put that whole just gorgeous area together. It's really grown since last year, and we really have Mr. Kavakis to thank for that. So thank you very much. But during this term in Garden Club, we accomplished a great deal in preparing our garden. We tilled and enriched the soil with cow manure and laid down weed barriers. We sowed our vegetables in the greenhouse, and when they were big enough, we transplanted them outside. This year, we planted a diverse selection of crops, including radishes, carrots, beets, cucumbers, squash, pumpkins, melons, asparagus, basil, cilantro, parsley, tomatoes, peppers, strawberries, grapes, and garlic. Hopefully all that will end up on our tables next year. So that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, one of my favorite parts of Garden Club this year is actually during the winter term, which we can actually garden. We tapped the maple trees around campus and made maple syrup. So that was really fun. We tapped about 8 sugar maple trees, and we collected about 40 gallons of sap. And then we only made like 80 ounces of maple syrup. It's in the dining hall kitchen, so we can share in that for everyone. And so this term, the Garden Club Award for Outstanding Participation is going to show someone who really stepped it up this term. He helped very actively to expand the garden, ripping out all the grass to connect the garlic bed to the rest of it. And he worked through some pretty intense blisters and worked through some of his AP exam anxiety. So I would like to recognize Owen Heisler for this.
Next, we have Mr. Cully with Woodhall Woods.
All right. Let's see. I did not present an award in the winter or the fall, so I decided to recognize two co-woodsmen of the year. Both young men brought a positive attitude, consistent effort, and great enthusiasm to every Friday session. Please join me in congratulating James Stephen Medeiros III and Ryan Gray Russell.
Mr. Ing and the Puzzle Club.
So the Puzzle Club has kind of two main components. It's a bunch of people who just love getting together and solving puzzles. But there's also a kind of like community building aspect of Puzzle Club. We organized the game room, and we've planned out a lot of like kind of team building activities around the game room for next year. We also organized the chess tournament this term. I should mention that let's see, Will Lawson defeated, no, well, before that, Leo Simmons in the semifinals, and then Alex Min defeated Reed Meany in the other semifinal matchup, and then Will defended his title and defeated Alex in the finals of the chess tournament. So, congratulations. So, I gave this award to Reed Meany in the fall of 2024, and afterwards, when he came up to me and he said my reasons for giving him the award were really unpersuasive. I'm going to take a second try at this. So, Reed, you come into Puzzle Club with just enthusiasm every time. Whenever we do, whenever I announce that we're going to do something that's not just like working on puzzles, you're always enthusiastic. And in fact, often on Fridays when I'm pretty drained and I just want to do the New York Times spelling bee, he'll kind of nudge me and say, hey, when are we going to continue working on that project? But in addition to being positive, he's also super chill. So like If people just like, we just want to like not do anything that day, he's totally cool with that. So Reed, while these things to you are pretty ordinary, and you do them every day, and you probably can't ever imagine not doing them, that kind of makes it extraordinary if you compare yourselves to the rest of the people in the community. So for those reasons, I am once again giving you the
Mr. Langdon and Dr. Belden with the Woodhall Music Group.
All right, so the Woodhall Music Group is a new project that when I arrived on campus my first year, I saw the recording studio put together by Richard Spalding, our tech wizard, and thought that this was a space that was maybe a little underutilized. We had used it for Woodhall Vision, and so coming into the fall, I had thought of just being able to use a space and have kids create whatever it is that they wanted to, whether it be musical live performance, as I'm sure some of you guys have seen, or in the recording studio putting together some songs. And I was feeling a little unsure about it until this giant wizard who has a doctorate in the science of music showed up and said he would love to join the project. And so we were off and away as soon as the year began. We've had Jules win the award in the fall. His enthusiasm has carried over all year. Wyatt, he is a beast in the recording studio. He is always cooking up beats, and they're always awesome. So he won it in the winter. But we had decided this spring that the award should go to somebody who plays just as much of an invaluable role as the two that have won before, but might be a little bit more unsung. Whether he's laying a drum beat down or just in the recording studio at all, being the sort of confirmation bias for students turning around and saying, is this good? This student would be like, it's great, keep going. And so it was an easy choice for us to choose Nicholas Christian Pop. Artist and musician in his own right, so that should not go unsaid, but yeah, shout out to him again.
Mr. Sterrett and Mr. Terrett, the entrepreneurship.
So we were fortunate enough to get to run the Entrepreneurship Club this year, which was new to the school, and it was a lot of fun to work with kids thinking through the process, every step of the process of how do you come up with an idea, how do you turn it into possibly a business. And we actually were able to use curriculum done by a Woodhall board member who was also instrumental in helping us with it throughout the year. So it was very cool to see people's ideas, take them coming to light. We'd spent a little bit of time trying to get people narrowed down. We're like, we want you to do a business that you could start in your basement. And someone was like, I'm going to do a nuclear power plant. We're like, back up a little bit, back up, and then someone else was like, I'm going to start a whole school. I'm like, okay, once again, how about a paper route? And so we negotiated, but people really came up with interesting things, and really, as we looked at everything through, you know, looking at your own skills to marketing to financials, really got to see a lot of cool things happen. You want to? Oh no. And so this student, I think at first wasn't too sure that this was his thing. In fact, said a couple times like, not sure I totally like business. I'm like, well, it's interesting you sign up for this class with club, but really got into it and we were really grateful, I think, for the steadiness he brought to the club, and the ideas is he just sort of was willing to think through and work through this idea of like, okay, what do I need to budget for this, or how long should I think about before I make a profit, and how can I analyze what the needs are in my community. So he just really bought into that, and we were very grateful. And so the award goes to William Hutchison Lawson.
Club, but before Mr. Noonan and Mr. G come up, we do have to give a very large shout out to Mr. Noonan. You were all sent by email the Arts and Literary Magazine Good Stuff. Mr. Noonan, as a very large side project, takes that all on himself to curate all the pieces, solicit them from all of the students, edit it, everything like that, get it ready so we can send it to a publisher. If you haven't seen it yet, let me know, we can send it to you. And Mr. Noonan, you do have some hard copies too, if people want, and your students should all have a hard copy, but as Mr. G and Mr. Noonan come up, and we can also give an extra applause to Mr. Noonan for putting that together.
So this is the aforementioned Good Stuff Arts and Literature magazine. That picture was taken by Leo Simmons, and on the back Chase, right? Chase Brower. And in addition to some really beautiful visual art, there's also some really good writing. And some of that writing was done in the Creative Writing Club. The magazine has Sailor Abramson's story of a lizard contemplating the limits of its own universe. It has a story by Brian Fogarty about a breakup. It has a story by Leopold Zellner about two childhood friends from opposite sides of town meeting in an English pub. His parents did wonder how he learned so much about pub culture. I'm sure that was on his own time. And then also not featured in the magazine, but interesting in their own right, were Alex Min's review of Mario theme music. And Luke, so it's good. I don't know if we decided which one was our favorite. Alex can tell you later what his favorite was. Luke Drescher's work in progress about a serial killer in a small town in Colorado. I think his victim total was 30? Is that right, Luke? Prolific. So, any one of these boys could have won the award, but we did choose one. And to introduce him is Mr. Gelsizer,
yes,
my partner in crime.
As Mr. Noonan said, we did have several boys who would have been very worthy recipients of this award, but we both strongly agreed on a young man who, he's just a very creative, imaginative, inventive, kind of idiosyncratic, funny guy who has created a couple of really indelible characters on the Woodhall stage in the last couple of years. Funny in a always a somewhat dark way, and the same way with the piece that he wrote. And well, I'll just leave it at that. It was a wonderful piece, and so we're really happy to give this award to Sailor Ben
A hard copy of this, but your sons should still have theirs, so you can look at this. Thank you.
We have one last club, which is the Yearbook Club, is far, far more than just a club, and they do dedicate a lot more time than just a club time to literally putting together and publishing the entire yearbook. So lot, but it's true. I know Senior Booth always challenges that every year the book is going to be better than the last, and he keeps holding to that promise. Please ask your sons to see their yearbooks. He'll talk about the theme, but the colors are fantastic. The superlatives are excellent, and just some of the way the pictures, images, and everything that's just put together. And so, you know, Senior Booth and Mr. Leroy will come up, and to all the students involved, thank you again for putting together a great yearbook.
So yes, this is kind of the second publication that comes out in the spring, and it's very exciting, a little bit stressful, putting together the yearbook, because really what Mr. Leroy and I are trying to do is to capture the essence of the year. Each year we choose a unique theme, so this year we went with Energized, which is pretty fitting for this community. We could probably go with Energized every single year, and it would work. But truly it is such a fun project to put together. It's always very exciting in the spring to present the book, and I think one of the most rewarding moments of the year is that moment where everybody's signing their yearbooks, and it's a very in-person, face-to-face moment that is still so important and so unique to the high school experience. That's something that just translates throughout the years, so it's always been such a great honor to work on it. This term we chose a student for the award because working on a yearbook, really the most important thing is showing up, being present, just willing to do a lot of the work that is not easy, and it's the work that you don't necessarily see in the book, but it's, 90% of the work that goes into a yearbook is the stuff that you don't see. It's a lot of organization, it's a lot of just tedious tasks, and this person never once complained, often showed up, already got started, and really just brought a lot of joy. So we are presenting this award to Hayden Christopher Geisha. Publishing the yearbook and coming up with a theme, the really big secret that comes with the yearbook is the dedication. So the seniors each year in their senior communications group dedicate their yearbook to an adult mentor who has really impacted their time at Woodhull. Each year they can choose anybody amongst the faculty and staff, and they chose somebody who, like I said yesterday, really matches the theme of Energized, because it's a person who does a lot of the work that we don't necessarily see in the day-to-day, but our school would not run at all the same way without him. And I also think I coined the term of he's the Swiss Army knife of the faculty and staff. I've never seen anything he cannot do, and yet he's still one of the most humble and gentlemanly people, despite being able to beat me at just about anything. I think one of the most terrifying experiences ever was in my first year when we did finals. We used to do finals. It was terrible. And all the boys would sit at their study hall desks, and whatever subject was being proctored, those teachers would proctor all of the boys. And it was really boring. It was very just quiet. And so the one day I decided I'm going to do a crossword puzzle. And so I start my crossword puzzle, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting some of them. And then, well, Mr. Spalding starts walking by, and it's 2 across is this. Okay. 13 down, that one. Okay, and he walked by 5 times, and the crossword was done. I did 2 of them, and it was amazing. So, without further ado, the dedication this year goes to Mr. Richard Spalding.
led off, I was left without many words. But I just wanted to say that this is my 22nd year here at Woodhull, and this is one of the most special recognitions that I've received here. And I'd just like to thank everyone for being part of my community for these past 2 decades. So, thank you.
Ask the boys to see the yearbook. It's a lot of fun. We really tried to capture the year. Really tried to get creative with it. So it's a lot of fun. Like Ms. Golsky said, the superlatives are really fun. I think Mr. Leroy was voted most likely to be carried away in the night by pigeons. So take a peek. Thank you.
So next we have the Phoenix Award, and the Phoenix Award is given to that student who manifests strong school spirit and commitment to the helping of others. This student, throughout this year, has really, I think, leaned into all 4 pillars of the school. Some most notably the communications program, really being willing to ask for help from the committee for accountability, being willing to have the really difficult conversations where maybe you have to go in one-on-one or with another student to kind of help facilitate a conversation and confrontation with other students. They have stepped up really big on their athletic teams and are starting to take more of a leadership role as they are a 3-sport athlete. Applied to be a student leader for next year and was elected to be a student leader for next year, which actually for him did show kind of a lot of willingness to give additional effort, be a part of the community. He genuinely wants to connect with people, either through his love of games or I think sometimes maybe being funny even when he doesn't intend to be. And so the Phoenix Award for the spring term goes to Reeve Deering.
Thanks so much. So I wanted to present the growth and communication skills for the spring term. I was talking with this boy at lunch the other day, reminiscing about when he came for his interview, and he was pretty retracted then. He didn't actually do or say much during the interview, but we gave him the opportunity, and he's a 3-year boy, and in that first year he was still very much within himself, although more than a few RC cars and boats and planes and some Mexican Coca-Cola got him out of himself. But it was really this year and this spring term in particular where he really began doing the hard work of looking at himself, identifying his feelings, advocating for himself appropriately, and also confronting and helping others in the community. And so he has set himself up in a very strong foundation as he begins his senior year in September. And it's a real pleasure to have seen this young man grow and continue to grow. The Communications Growth and Communications Award goes to Owen Diego. Talk a little bit about student leaders, but actually it was just mentioned in passing. I want to mention a little bit about advisory because we don't really recognize it at the spring term award ceremony. But over the last half decade, Ms. Skolsky has transformed the advisory program. I know, and maybe some of you who have children in other schools or educators in other schools, often advisory, you sort of get together once a week and there's not a lot going on, and they're just sort of shooting the breeze or being like, oh, great, you have teeth too. But Ms. Skolsky, every week we meet 3 times a week, and it's really part of the communications program, and there's a lesson plan for advisors and advisees to work on. And so I wanted to thank you for that. And then there were some great traditions. We have advisory competitions. I think the highlights, parents, because they're not here during the school year, during Woodhall Week, the boys and their advisors do movies. And what were some of the titles of the movies?
Dr. Belden Coming In.
Yes, which was a slasher film. Yes.
Yes. That was Mr. Woodall's plot at the end. Title-wise, fellas, can you help me out? I remember what their
Kitty Case.
Oh, that was
last year.
Kitty Case.
Yes.
Where the boys
Mission Tech Possible.
enacted. Mission Tech Possible.
Yes. And yes, Ryan, of course, mentioned last year the classic Weekend at Skolsky's, which is a remake of Weekend at Bernie's. If you want to see a copy of that, see the Skolsky.
I died doing
He died. And then we had Woodhall Vision. Mr. Langdon just mentioned that. And some of my favorites, of course, we had Woodhallian Rhapsody instead of Bohemian Rhapsody. And then sung to Taylor Swift's You Belong to Me with new lyrics, Committee. And then the original rap, Go Get Your Meds. The rap battle, yes. It's Bruno and Miss Lucci. Miss Skolsky, and that's only a sort of a tiny window into the advisory program, but you really over the last half decade have needed an extension of the communications program and a really quality program. So thank you. We're talking about student leaders.
Although, as he comes up, I will have to say, at some point, someone needs to stop Mr. Noonan's reign of domination, because his advisory groups have probably won the fair share of our advisory competition.
Yes.
Next.
First, let's actually bring up this year's student leaders who serve. So Leo Zellner, Jay Medeiros, and Huck Novotny. So come on up.
Student leadership, as we know, is really important in any community, and I think especially this community when students come in sort of maybe having not had such a great experience before, or not really sure what this is going to be like, or will people accept me for who I am. And so the student leaders, from the moment students move in, really play an integral role. And fellas, you have set the bar very, very high. And so just from everything you've done, from leading crews to being maitre-d's who just kind of work seamlessly to make sure the meals operate in a timely manner and the dishes get done, to being willing to confront students, to showing different types of leadership, because that's important as well, so people can see. And personally, it's just been an honor to work with you and to see you grow in those roles, and we will miss you next year. Alright, so we, for next year, we are starting with 4 student leaders, and so the student leaders who are elected, who actually, because we knew all of our current student leaders would be leaving us for the last month, have actually been shadowing in student leadership positions, practicing, having the meetings they would typically have. So, fellas, when your name is read, please come up here. And I guess let's hold our applause until all 4 names are read. So we have Tyler Bernstein, Ray Murky, Reeve Meany, and Nicholas Pross. Also, overall, we had just a really strong group of applicants, and so there were a lot of discussions, a lot of great interviews and ideas, and you do have to apply, have an essay, do an in-person interview, and so there are a lot of great applicants, and we look forward to, for students who will be returning, continuing to apply, and look forward to working with the student leaders next year.
Thanks so much. The other class members of 2026, come on up for a second. Seniors, come on up. We're just practicing for tomorrow, Jay. Don't worry. So, yes, tomorrow, gentlemen, you'll be up on the stage, and we'll recognize you But the senior class has their own communications group in the spring term, and we talk a lot about what their legacy is going to be when they leave. Every year, probably since, about 2011, we started the tradition of planting a class tree. So their class tree, the class of 2026 tree, is actually going to be in the inner courtyard, kind of right outside Mr. G and Mr. Ing's apartments there, and it's going to be a weeping Japanese Stuartia. It's going to have a beautiful white flower, and you'll have a plaque there so you can come back and see your class tree. The boys also get together and they have an idea for a class gift, and we're able, through the Phoenix Annual Fund, to make that class gift happen. And it was noted a few years ago in another senior prank. The flagpole on campus went missing, somehow ended up in the pond, and ever since then we haven't had a flagpole. And I don't know, Sammy, whose idea was it about the flagpole? Yeah, it was Sammy. And I think it's a great idea. So gentlemen, when you return in the fall, those of you who aren't graduating or moving on, we're going to have the class of 2026 flagpole in the main circle there by the bell. And thank you, gentlemen, for your legacy. I'm going to ask Mr. Funstock to stand. He's a modest man. So we're about to talk about spring term athletics, but I want to take a moment and thank Mr. Funstock as Dean of School and Director of Athletics. We are a very, very small school, and the challenges of fielding different teams are tremendous, and the fact that a school of 45 students and under Mr. Funstock's leadership, we have competitive soccer, cross country, basketball, wrestling, lacrosse. We have a robust outdoor challenge program and an excellent drama program. And so, Mr. Funstock, I want to thank you for all your years of service and making sure that the boys have a quality arts and athletics program. So thank you. We're actually going to start with outdoor challenge. So if the coaches could come on up, please.
All right, so we had a really great term this year in this spring in Outdoor Challenge. We actually had a really competent group of boys that were able to kind of go above and beyond our normal thresholds. We were able to do some extended hikes, get really out there, climb some hills, climb to the highest peak in Connecticut, in Bear Mountain, as we do every year. But we have a few awards, the first of which is going to be the Coaches Award. So, yes, the Coaches Award is going to a perennially consistent student, one who always shows up ready to go, brings a really calm comportment to Outdoor Challenge that helps to kind of manage the energy levels and just is always there, is always consistent, and Coach's Award is going to Nicholas Christian Props. And then next, our Most Improved Award. This is going to a student who has actually improved in a lot of different areas over the course of this term. He has grown in his ability to listen to coaches, to show greater awareness on the trail, keep up with his fellow teammates, to kind of move past some of his anxieties around bugs, and you can measure his growth not only in his growth of spirit, but also in the growing weight of his backpack. The Most Improved Award goes to Harrison Lloyd Wexler.
very special award called the
Craig Cup, yeah, I'll explain a little bit because Alex, I forgot to actually get the cup.
Okay,
This is the trophy
so
case.
the student who gets the Craig Cup this term is a student. He has shown remarkable dedication to Outdoor Challenge, participating actively every season since joining the Woodhull School. It was impressive to see how much his courage and endurance has developed over time. I can recall his initial apprehension during his first term when he looked up at the summit of Black Rock with a hint of tears in his eyes. Fast forward to this term, and he has confidently tackled several summits, including Black Rock, Prospect Mountain, Maracasas, Warramug Rock. He successfully completed the Rocky loop of Bear Mountain this spring and last fall, demonstrating his growth and resilience. His lighthearted and friendly demeanor has been a joy to everyone around him. His daily game of Name That Car on the Chevy Express added an element of fun and camaraderie to our hiking experience. In recognition of his incredible progress and positive spirit, we're thrilled to present the Outdoor Challenge Craig Cup to Hayden Christopher Guy.
And if we could invite all the members of Outdoor Challenge up to receive a pin for their participation in the team. So another round of applause for Outdoor
So Hayden, there is an actual cup. The Craig Cup is named in honor of Mr. Peter Craig, who's a longtime faculty member, and he actually started the Outdoor Challenge program here. So it's in the trophy case. Your name's going to be engraved on it.
Aw.
In case you were wondering, Mr. Craig, one of his cars was a 1980 Dodge pickup truck.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But if I could have the lacrosse coaches come on up and present the team and the awards.
We could just get all the lacrosse guys up right now. Sure. All right. So this is the 2025-2026 Woodhull lacrosse team. Yeah, we are. Fortunate enough to have reached the HFL final for the second year, or I guess third year in a row, but second year since I've been the coach. And that really is a testament to the hard work that these guys have put in. You know, as the season wears on, and speaking from a coach's perspective, you want to start the year with as many guys on the field as you can, knowing that as the year goes on, for whatever reason, you'll have guys that are dropping out, whether that be from injuries or other reasons. But we started this year a little lighter than I've experienced on lacrosse teams, and so the growth that these guys have exhibited is truly a testament to the passion that these guys have for lacrosse. Speaking a little bit from my own personal experience with lacrosse, this is my lifeblood. This is, I think, the reason why I'm here, and so first of all, I would love to give a shout out to Mr. Woodhall for taking the chance on me as a coach, Mr. Foonsock for all of the work he does as my athletic director, but to pass on the game of lacrosse, the love for lacrosse, is the biggest thing that I can do as a coach. It has its indigenous roots. They call it the medicine game, the creator's game. It is something that is used to honor and to heal, and to pass that spirit on is my goal as a coach, regardless of the outcomes, regardless of how the team performs. And I can say with 100% certainty that these guys have taken that mission on with lacrosse as the year has gone on. And so that's super, super critical and special to me, and lets me know that I'm doing what I'm here to do on Earth. So that is something that I've shared with these guys, but if I haven't made that known yet, please let this be a moment to know that it's super special to me for what you guys have put together this year, and it will be something I carry with me always. So to get to the awards, I'll start off with the most improved. So with so many new players, it's kind of hard to judge how to give out a most improved award, because quite literally everybody on this team improved. There wasn't a single guy that is a worse lacrosse player, and everybody is a significantly better lacrosse player than they were when they started. But I decided that this award for most improved should go to a guy that not only his first year playing lacrosse learned the game and improved greatly, but this second year him playing really got into the nuances of the game. It was a concerted effort for him to work on his left hand, which, if you know anything about lacrosse, is the final step of becoming a complete player. And so for him to be able to take that leap was a big deal. So for the most improved award, I'd love to give this to William Hutchison Lawson.
So the next award is my personal favorite. It's the Coaches Award. And what it kind of signifies for me is a player that has the energy, the spirit, and the discipline that we want to see in all of our players. So this player, if there's one phrase that would signify him, is all gas and no brakes. All right. He threw himself 100% into the game, and we would sometimes have to tell him, we appreciate this, but if you keep doing that, then you're going to get hurt. So I love that just a little bit, but it's excellent. And another good thing is at the start of the season, he understood that we lost a lot of experience last year, and he took it upon himself to take charge without being told, because he knew that he needed to step up, not only for the betterment of himself, but for the team as well. He never gave any excuses. He was a team player, and most of all, he listened to his coaches. So I would like to give this award, the Coaches Award, to Mr. All Gas and No Brakes, Brian James Foden.
So this next award is sort of a switch up. We've done MVPs in the past, and I think that what is missing from an MVP award in lacrosse is there are so many ways to be valuable. One of the things that I love about lacrosse the most is that it's such an expressive sport. There's so many different ways to play it. There is no sort of dominant way that will always be better than another, and there's counters to counters, and I could talk all day about lacrosse, so don't get excited. The idea of lacrosse being the ultimate expression comes from the effort and the attitude, as Coach was describing in his Coaches Award. And so this award is called the Groundhog Award. And the reason I call it that, it was actually started by my coach when I played, and it has to do everything with being a scrappy player, getting yourself involved in any sort of play,
and making sure that your attitude and your effort transpires. You're leaving everything on the field, particularly with ground balls. We've called it the JV scrum as the years have gone on, because you'll see a bunch of guys just starting to hack their sticks at the ground, trying to come up with a ball. But the groundhog award goes to the player that more often than not will come up with that ball, and in any other way that you could ask, gets mixy and gets themselves involved in the play. And so this was another easy choice for us. For the groundhog award goes to Jacob and Dorgat. A couple other things. We have the HVAL award. If you'd like to hand that out, that'd be great. The HVAL award goes to, again, sort of another unsung player, someone that is recognized by the entire HVAL, all of the league, and so another heavy contributor, a player that improved a ton, and has certainly improved on his aggression, getting himself involved in ground balls. But we just got to make sure that next year we're getting him scoring some goals for Reeve Deary-Meany, the all HVAL.
HVAL is a Hudson Valley Athletic League, and there are 10 schools, and we're part of that. And so they give us a HVAL certificate for the best sportsmanship and the best participation. So that's one. I have the certificate out. As soon as I get it out, back. The last thing I'll say is a special shout out to my assistant coach and also my head coach in the wrestling season, Aaron Terry. Listen, the kids may not think it, but I still believe I'm pretty young, and I lose my head quite a bit, and I chalk it up to inexperience, but Coach has kept a level head on me and offered profound wisdom in the face of adversity for myself, and so I would not be able to do my job well without him, or frankly at all.
Mindfulness!
We're all across. Thank you, everybody.
All right, the Woodhall Drama Program. So if I can have Mr. Leroy and Miss Walker, and direct from Sharon, Connecticut, Director Mr. Drew Ledbetter. Come on down. Oh, Mr. Ing. Oh, oh my God. Oh my God. I know. I was so excited to
turns into a special guest.
It's all about Drew. No. Yes. No. Actually, seriously. And I said this to the community. And yes, Mr. Spalding for Tech Theater and Mr. Ing for STEM Tech. But just what a powerful production. So I'll take it from there.
Thanks, Matt. Hello. I'm Mr. Ledbetter, and I directed the school play this past spring. It was a Sam Shepard play called Geography of a Horse Dreamer, which most people have never heard of. And we had a ball making it. It takes place in 1974. It's about a cowboy who develops the supernatural ability to dream the winners of horse races, and then he becomes famous. And so he's kidnapped by an international ring of gangsters in order to exploit his superpowers for monetary gain. It takes place, we had two set builds. The first act takes place in a rundown motel room with walls. It's a really cramped space. And the second act takes place in a really posh hotel room that was wide, expansive, colorful. So we had a great challenge ahead of us as a team. This was a lot of fun to collaborate with Mr. Spalding and Mr. Ing's teams. I mean, we made walls, we made TVs from 1974 with knobs. You can put lights in and they light up. We made huge beds,
And the actors had a ball. I had a ball with the actors. But my most proud moment was probably our intermission set change, where we had members of every single team trying to make that happen as quickly as possible. So it was a lot of fun for me. Shall I get out the Most Improved Award first? Is that all right? Great. I want to give out the Most Improved Theater Award to an actor who is extremely talented. And he's also very young. And I gave him a hard part. He had a part where his big moment comes at the very end of the play. And he has to sit around and wait for a very long time. And he had to have patience in the rehearsal process. And at first this was very hard for him. But by the end of the process, he was watching his peers and learning from the seniors and absorbed a whole lot of wonderful information. This award goes to Sailor Abramson. Mr. A will hand out the MVP Theater Award.
So this award goes to a student who joined STEM Tech in the fall of 23. We were doing a production of Clue, and if you know the movie or the game Clue, there's a lot of room, there's a lot of sets. And at the time, my right-hand man was a senior named Luke Fisher, who is actually in the audience right now. And we had so much work to do, we just did a lot of multitasking, and Luke was training all the new boys on the team. And at the end of the season, the student said, Luke is graduating, what are we going to do next year? And I said, well, I guess you're going to have to step up. And over the next 3 seasons, he stepped up. And I know he's still partial to the set of Clue, but in my opinion, this was the best set that we have done. We built a bed, we built 2 headboards, we built a 1970s TV, a 1970s radio, we did this big lampshade, which kind of fell apart at one point. So we did a black medical bag, and we just had a lot of challenges, and there was a lot of problem solving, and the student really stepped up both as a leader for the new students on the team, but also just as a person to problem solve with me and figure these things out. And I literally we could not have done the set without this student. So the MVP award goes to Theodore Miglin Graf.
All right, I think it's the final award of the night.
It is, sir.
Yes! It's that one, the Director's Award. This is the final award of the evening. This goes to an actor who was always early, always prepared, always willing to ask questions, is a very, very talented actor, and I gave him a very hard part. He had to be possessed by demons. He had to think he was an animal. He had to do extremely out-of-the-box things. And some of the things he came up with, the level of creativity, especially in the second act, his animal behavior, he would kick shoes over to fingers to try to get them out the door. He would point at a suitcase because his beloved record was in there to try to get Bojo to... I, as a director, you just hope you get these actors because then you can just shape what they're doing. They're giving you so much that all you have to do is shape it. He's a wonderful collaborator. He's always first to help out everyone on the other teams, and I'm going to miss directing him quite a bit. Leopold Zellner. Everyone gets them.
Cast, crew, directors, everybody stay up there, give one more, Cast and crew, directors, take one more bow for a great performance. Come on up there. Good.
Yeah, keep going. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Mr. Spalding, before you dim the lights. Yeah, dim the lights. So, we've come to the end of the spring term awards ceremony. We have one last tradition to share with you. We're going to dim the lights, and I'll explain in a moment why. And they're dimming. This is particularly for the seniors and for the family and friends of the seniors. I want you to go back before you came to Woodhull, maybe right before you came to Woodhull, and think about that time in speaking with you, seniors and your family members. That was a difficult time for many of you. It was a time where you were not feeling connected, where you were feeling frustrated, when you were feeling fearful. It was a time for many of you without hope and without light. But from that darkness, you discovered that connection, that confidence, that competency. And I always share a quotation from George Eliot, 19th century British author, who was actually a woman. Mary Ann Evans was her real name, but it was the 19th century in England, and as a woman, she wouldn't be taken seriously as a literary artist. So she had the pen name George Eliot. And she wrote, "We are given enough like ourselves to guide our own steps." So if you think about your journey at Woodhull and those times of darkness, you found that strength and that light from within. And here you are this evening on the eve of your graduation, at the end of your Woodhull school journey. So I'm going to call up your names, seniors. You're going to light a torch, and you're going to head up to the senior bonfire, and we'll join you to celebrate your journey. Henry Peter Dirks. Those of you who know me, I have no fear of fire. Lucas George Drescher. Brian James Fogarty. Hayden Christopher Geisecker. Jacob Andor Godfrey. Theodore Medlin Graff. James Stephen Medeiros III. Novotny. Samuel Barrett Stratemeyer. Jack William Young. Leopold Peter Zelda. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and come join the seniors on the hillside.
Hey, hopefully they don't burn the place down. Hopefully they don't burn the place down.